going to start today is the exhaust manifold studs. Gonna take all these out. So there's a way to take these off. I have one that's already off, but here I'll show you how to take these studs out. So basically, you gotta get two nuts. Actually, let's take the outside ones off, I guess. I'd prefer that the exhaust was studded, you know. So this is how you take a stud off. I'll have to do that for the intake side. So I may actually go out and see if they sell different studs, but for now, we'll take these out. So you want to put 2 bolts in there. So they're kind of like stuck together, not really doing anything right now. So you got to get 2 wrenches. Alright, so what I've done is I've gotten 2 wrenches and I've tightened the bolts together on each other. And all I have to do is just loosen one of them, preferably the bottom one, and then it should come loose like that. So you can see the whole stud is turning now. It's not come out yet. Okay, so I could probably just use the outside one. I should probably do it on the other side here where there's a lot more space. Come out a lot faster, yeah? There we go. Alright, should be. There you go. Stud extracted. So, just the ends are bad. I think I will reuse them. They still look good. Some of them look kind of bad, but... So, and then how you would do them is you would just get both wrenches and then you would like just loosen them on each other. Pretty easy. That's how I do it, and that's how they look like. They're in pretty good shape, so I'll probably reuse them. Yeah, if it gets stuck on it, the nut, I use a vice grip. It's probably good to have some nice wrenches, like this Master Grip one I got from Costco. It's not bad. This shitty one that's in my junkyard tool kit is not a very good wrench. Yeah, you don't want anything that will flex. If in this case you have to put a lot of pressure on it. And then I used my impact gun to speed up the process once it got loose a little bit. But yeah, they were in there pretty good. Yeah, I just haven't been out there in a while. That's why. And if it's really stubborn, actually before you even attempt to take the studs out, I would put WD-40. It may help and it may make it worse. It may make the bolts slip even more. I mean the nuts slip even more. But what else was I kind of... Oh yeah. If you have one of those I forgot what they're called. They're flare nut wrench. If you have a flare nut wrench, I don't have them here with me. But I have them, but I don't have them. It actually has it actually wraps around the nut type of wrench, and I think that would be better to use than these open-ended wrenches. As much as possible, I try not to use the open end of the wrench. You know, it's a good way to strip a bolt. All right, that's the end of HadesOmega's stud removing tips. Maybe I'll make another video when I take this intake manifold one out, because that's a big boy. I go for the big one. So basically I just want to squeeze these two together and they will tighten on each other. You can do it with one hand. Look at that. These are 14s, they're bigger. Okay, I'm gonna just do it with 2 hands now. It's nice and tight now, and you just want to go ahead and loosen it. I don't know how well this is gonna come out. Oh, there we go. I'm trying very carefully not to. It may suddenly let go. It may suddenly let go, and I'll get an ouchie, you know. So there you go. It's pretty loose already. It's a big stud. Turn the music off. Okay. And that's all. It's gone. Hopefully you don't damage the holes in the head. I mean the threads. It's pretty tight. And that still can move the head. It's in there quite well. Okay, maybe you may be able to use a little ratcheting dealy like this. So anyway, I'm gonna speed this up. And it's out. That was kind of a bitch to get out. You can tell it took some of the thing out with it. Just gotta remember to torque these properly when you take them out. So that's it. I just got one more to go. Alright, another little tip for my stud video. So if you wanted to install these, basically when you put them together like that, the stud turns into a bolt, and you can just go like that. Just put it back in, and then just tighten it that way, like this, until it gets in there. And then I wouldn't put it too tight. It should be finger tight, and then just snug it like an eighth or something. Not a lot. It's not supposed to have a whole lot of torque on it. And I mean, you're putting it in aluminum too, because another way you can do it is you can just thread this nut onto the stud until it gets to this flat spot here, and then it'll go in. But then if you do that, the bolt gets stuck on the stud, and then you have to get vice grips or pliers or something and put them on this flat spot to hold it, so you can take the nut off. So this is a better way. And like I said, these shouldn't be on there very tight either. So, but yeah, you probably don't want them to be too loose too, because they might vibrate out too. But that's why you have to properly torque them. That's the beauty of studs. Studs are superior to bolts, and just in the way they hold. It's a fastener is what they call it, the fastener. So yeah, that's another little tip for HadesOmega. Turn the stud into a bolt.